Chicago rapper Q50, who claims that he has killed 9 people, was shot today, and his ops is already celebrating and self-snitching on themselves on Instagram. So the story goes that Q50 was shot while sitting in a black truck with some homies while in St. Louis. He was at an after-hour spot that he was booked to be at. Now, people are already taking online, calling him stupid, calling him dumb for even being in St. Louis. Apparently, Q50 coming to St. Louis was not a good idea because the guy on your right, called CTS Lil Wick, apparently banned him from coming to St. Louis. I'll be real, bruh. If this dude on my right that I'm looking at, bruh, this white boy, if he bans me from anywhere, I wouldn't feel like my life is in danger either. I mean, look at him. He's not really the most menacing person, to be honest. A beef with CTS Lil Wick that apparently got him shot is one of the dumbest beefs I think I've ever heard of. And it's also proof in the pudding that a clout depraved rapper is the most dangerous specimen God has ever created. Q50 don't even have a real problem with St. Louis. Now he does, but he didn't have one before because his management is MFK from always moving forward. MF has really heavy ties to St. Louis. Q50 always did business in St. Louis. AMF, his management team, has signed 2 female artists from St. Louis. Here's Q50 putting a chain on a female artist from St. Louis. They really have no issues. The issue that he has with St. Louis was manufactured, contrived from dudes who wanted clout. You see, his only issue or smoke that came from St. Louis was with this dude called CTS Lil Wick, who inserted himself in Chicago beef that has nothing to do with him at all. There's a guy from Chicago called Lil Dre. Now, Lil Dre is on your left, and he has heavy ties to St. Louis. He has a strong relationship with St. Louis dudes, including CTS Lil Wick. Dre is from Chicago, so he's tied in with people who Q50 don't like YRG Fatso. Here's why I say that a clout depraved rapper is the most dangerous specimen society has ever seen. CTS Lil Wick has no issues, no interaction, no problem whatsoever with Q50. Well, he knows that Q50 has a lot of clout. He's a rapper who's trying to get clout. So what CTS Lil Wick did was when YRG Fatso and BloodHound Q50 started going back and forth online, he decided that he was going to insert himself into the beef to get some type of publicity. So this one occasion, the blogs were covering Q50 dissing Fatso. Again, just normal routine foolery, bro. This is what happens. It's malarkey. So they covering it, right? CTS Wick, he decided, hey, man, I want to insert myself into this, man. I want some of the residual clout. So that he hopped in the comment section and he says, oh, where he dissing Fatso I F BloodHound did. Again, a beef that has nothing to do with him whatsoever. Nasty work, just nasty work, bro. He don't have this blood relation, this blood tie to Fatso. He only knows Fatso through Dre, but he's using this to get some attention. Okay, and this is how beef or fatalities happen, right? You're watching it in real time. We watched in real time how a rapper antagonized, instigate conflict from zero simply for clout, and the reason people dying. This is a prime example of this, okay? No blood ties to Fatso whatsoever, okay? So then he followed this up by banning Q50 from St. Louis, right? He made an IG live, he came online, dropped a little snippet to a song, saying Q50 is banned from St. Louis, he can't pull up. Q50 is watching this little white boy on the internet ban him from St. Louis. Right? He's thinking, man, bro, I'm from Chicago, right? Bro, this little white boy ain't really like that, bro. So he decided, because the blogs were posting it, right? He was going to capitalize on the attention he was getting. So he decided he was going to say and do something that not only pissed off CTS Lil Wick, but it pissed off all of St. Louis. Because the way Q50 was talking, it was as if all of St. Louis was sweet, which he don't believe. He don't think that, but he was going to pop his stuff. He was going to pop it because Lil Wick was popping it.
They'll come from get this back, nigga. Ain't nobody banned me from. I can't be banned. I want to go. Easy, 60. You hear me? That's too easy. That's easy, man. Nobody ban me from nowhere, nigga. I'll take whatever I want. Take whatever I want around this. I better act. Let's see who's gonna be my next trip. Slash, brother. St. Louis came to me. I ain't had to go to St. Louis. Niggas came to me. Asked they ass had on that Marty mask, get out that window with that 60, boy. Need that. No. Huh?
Everything he's saying is unconfirmed. Q50 told us he got 9 bodies, bro. All right, so I'm not taking nothing he says seriously. But St. Louis people took it seriously because he's popping it. He's telling them folks, or telling the world that is, that he robbed somebody from St. Louis for $60,000. He kept showing his wrist. He said he also took that expensive watch from somebody in St. Louis. He told them he runs St. Louis, all right, that y'all can't ban him from nowhere, that he done robbed y'all. So he's popping it. It pissed off a lot of people in St. Louis outside of CTS Lil Wick. I'm just being real with y'all right now, bro. A lot of people was upset, and they was even sending him warnings, bro, that he's gonna get dealt with for dissing St. Louis if he comes to St. Louis.
At the end of the day, ain't nothing sweet, ain't nothing nice about St. Louis. I don't care what part you on, St. Louis, east, west, whatever, bro. Ain't nothing sweet about St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Whether this man got out on somebody or not, the way you bragging about it, bro, and the way you just disrespect the St. Louis and them dudes, I wouldn't dare you to go back, bro. You know what I'm saying? You keep thinking that everything's sweet, bro. Like, you know, you bragging about going on a chain snatching tour, going city to city. You know what I'm saying? And the thing, bro, that make this situation more dangerous is it's a difference on having an issue with somebody from St. Louis
opposed to having an issue with the entire city. That's what they was trying to express to him. Hey, bro, you bragging about when you come to St. Louis, you can take whatever, you can rob whatever. Yo, you should have said that man's name. You should have directed us specifically to the rapper who's been clout chasing you online. You don't direct it to the entire St. Louis because it's gonna cause issues for you when you want to come back. That was good advice. And if Q50 would have taken that advice, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. All right. So CTS Lil Wick followed it up by recording a diss track dissing Q50's homie Lil Jeff. We all know Lil Jeff. His story is very public online. The rise and fall is very public online. But yo, he's dissing his dead friend Lil Jeff, and I'm like, hold on, bro. You got no issues with this dude. He never robbed your homies. He never killed your homies. Y'all have no type of issues, beef whatsoever. You are in this beef with him because you want attention, and you going as far as dissing dead homies? A clout-deprived rapper is the most dangerous specimen the world has ever seen, bruh. Now, I'll be real. A lot of y'all is bold. Y'all beefing with CTS Lil Wick, y'all bold. I would never beef with CTS Lil Wick, bro. Listen, it's one thing when it comes to a YN, right? A crash out YN is one thing. But a crash out YN with white privilege, I don't want no problems with, homie. What? This is a low white boy who's running around causing havoc. Listen, man, that man caught a body in broad daylight, bro. Had tapped the man. Went to jail, and that's CTS Lil Wick, by the way. He caught a body, went to court, and beat it on self-defense. That level of white privilege, I don't even want to beef with, homie. He will smoke my black ass and get off scot-free. This is crazy, man. Right? But Q50 will respond back to CTS Lil Wick online dissing his dead homies, which I'm not gonna play the song, bro. I'm not rewarding clout chasing, man. Right? But he'll respond back on his Instagram story again, not saying his name specifically, but directing his shots at all of St. Louis, which was a very big mistake.
In the air with a Drake. Ain't tryna eat dick, get the fuck on my face. St. Louis still mad, so 60K. Say smoking on storm, dead bitch got late. Fuck him now, let's talk about pay. Broke ass objects, front on my pay. Finna drive me some trips, nigga. Shout out what you great. Before you fuck me, little bitch, fuck take.
The caption for the Instagram post says, "Dumb ninjas ain't St. Louis still mad I took 60K. Before you F me, little bitch, F bloody brother." Okay. Let's talk about broke Opps next funeral I'ma pay. Ha ha ha. Okay. So again, man, you saying dumb niggas in St. Louis still mad I took 60K. And then you followed up by saying, let's talk about Pape. Broke our Opps, next funeral I'ma pay. Now you're referencing the St. Louis dudes as your Opps. Now, if you weren't referencing them, you should have clarified, hey, I ain't talking about all of St. Louis. I'm talking about this little white boy named CTS Lil Wick. But you didn't. And now guess what? The entire city is looking at this, and now when they see you, they're trying to prove a point because they watching you online, and people is giving you credit for being the toughest dude online. Yo, you checking grown men in person, you checking grown men on Twitch, right? You doing collabs with these streamers, and you're getting a reputation that's the most dangerous killer on the internet, and they looking at you as, all right, yo, when he come back to our city, I'ma get him. Yo, do you understand? Yo, when your ops is watching how the public is exalting you and giving you a title, they're trying to prove to the public you're not that.
That streaming shit, like they get you fucked on my right hand. You want me to murder? Who you?
No, I'm trolling.
All right, so chill, blood. You got a cross around your neck. I'm out there getting the grave. That's what your ass gonna get sent to. Stop playing with me.
The internet sees him telling grown men he gonna send them to their dead grandmama, and the grown man is apologizing and copping and saying, no, no, Q50, I'm sorry. Please don't send me to my dead grandma, Q50. And he's getting this prestige and this reputation of being like the biggest, baddest ever. While his ops in St. Louis, like, man, he not tougher than us. We want the clout for being tough too. Regardless of their threats, he obviously not taking them seriously because he posted, hey, man, yo, I'm going to be here in St. Louis, bro, right? Saturday, August 16th, man. Y'all come here. And then he was also going to be at an after party.
Right after the concert. Meet me up.
So it played out that apparently alerting everyone of where you was going to be in St. Louis kind of backfired because apparently while he was at the after party spot, at the after hour spot, they was sitting in the black truck, him and his homies, and somebody came and opened fire on the truck. The video is online. I'm not going to play the video because I value my YouTube channel. I'm not getting deleted for y'all. But apparently 4 people are in critical condition. Now, what I do know is none of those 4 people is Q50. I was told he was grazed. I was told he did have some type of like minor injuries, but you know, like it's not like the bullet actually pierced him. He was actually grazed with the bullet. But obviously, you know, he don't want to claim it. Obviously, you know, you wouldn't come online and say, hey, man, because if you say, yo, the bullet grazed me, then you got shot by those folks, all right? So, like, his team has been, like, sending out these little messages like, hey, man, he wasn't shot. I know for a fact that my homie Remo reached out. Remo reached out to Q50's team, and they told him, hey, man, he's fine, right? He's okay. He's not in critical condition, and, you know, the bullets didn't hit him. Despite the fact that his homies are in the hospital and in pretty bad condition, he would post to his Instagram, notorious like Big Papa, but I ain't going like Chris Wallace. The world know who the goblins, they begging for me to stop. The reason they don't ride with Tyler's, no sympathy, dump on mamas, you either in or you out. It don't even question me about it. So it feels like he just declared, all right, man. At first, I didn't think this beef with St. Louis was that serious, man. But now we're into it. And now I'm dumping on your mamas, whatever, bro, when I see y'all. Shout out my guy, Welcome to Carter on YouTube, for giving these receipts before they deleted it. But CTS Lil Wick is already like claiming credit for this, okay? So he reposted, you know, like the clip of BloodHound Q50 being shot in St. Louis, and he sent the laughing emojis. Now, Lil Dre, right, the Chicago dude with the St. Louis plug, he then shouted out a lot of Instagram pages and says, I love y'all on 2 grave. Y'all stood on everything y'all told me. I got something for y'all. So he is now admitting that, yo, these are the dudes who are responsible for Q50 and his team being shot in St. Louis. And also, I'm going to give you guys a reward. I'm going to pay for this. And CTS also says, shout out my 95th boys from Chicago, right? Lil Dre. This is from the Rock to the Lou. Oh my God, bro. Worst part about it all, I can't even be sure if these dudes are stupid or geniuses. Stupid if you actually did this and you're admitting. Geniuses if you had nothing to do with this and you're claiming it. But also, too, why would you even want the police on your tail like that? Why would you even want to claim something like this publicly? Why would you even want to admit, right, being involved in a mass shooting in public? It's just dumb. Right? It's just dumb. Now, yo, they're not on the level, I guess, as rappers yet to where you now have to worry about your bookings. Because now who's going to book you to their venue? Yo, all the promoters, right, who are responsible for these like buildings and these, bro, they're not having you do shows in their like in their venues. Yo, a lot of rappers like 6ix9ine, even Pop Smoke, when he was popping, was having a hard time doing shows in venues because, yo, the owners of these venues don't want y'all in them buildings, bro. So even if you had nothing to do with it, it's still stupid. And it's still going to affect your paper down the line. Yeah. Shit, and also, too, why would you even want to now be involved in like a lifelong beef with this dude over something you had nothing to do with? It's just, oh my. Y'all let me know in the comment section, bro. What do y'all think about this, man? All right. Let me know, man. Now, if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how Dr. Umar Johnson just received the worst news ever today. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.